Hello everyone, it's your host Chef Matt Hammerschmidt, and I'm posting this on multiple of my channels for a very truly specific reason. Why don't people want to work? That is an extremely stupidly open-ended question. Forgive me, but that is way too open-ended. You want to get information, and then you want to attack who's giving you information. So, if that's why you clicked on this video is to attack me, please leave. For those of you who clicked on this video understanding I'm answering the age-old question from experience, possibly, please, do your part, silence your mouth, keep your virtual keyboard away, keep your physical keyboard away, and watch till the end. I have a little bit of an explanation that's going to be somewhat long-winded, and I apologize for that fact. But you have to understand where I'm coming from. So, I actually have worked and do know what a day's labor is. In an upcoming video that I'm working on putting together, it's a podcast style, it's going to be on Farming with Chef Matt channel. Please take a look at that. It's also going to be on Chef Matt Hammerschmidt channel, so take a look at it on that channel. Whichever one you prefer, doesn't matter because it's going to be cross-uploaded. Okay, let's get right down to business. 5 years old. Started sweeping driveways, walkways, and sidewalks. And by the end of the summer, had earned enough money I could buy my own used motorcycle. This was in 1999. Summer of 1999, I purchased my first motorcycle. Still sweeping still sweeping the driveways, the walkways, and the sidewalks. Eventually, I opened it up to pulling weeds and stuff like that. Before long, I was 8 years old, so that would be, do some quick math here. Summer of 2001, maybe 2002. So, continuing on, come to think of it, it was 1999 that I started. 2000 is when I bought my first motorcycle. Going forward, actually it may have even been 2001 because, come to think of it, my motorcycle was a 2001. So, it's neither here nor there. Anyways, I bought in cash my first motorcycle. 5 and 6 years old, I was sweeping driveways, sidewalks, and walkways. I experienced the freedom of being able to pick and choose my own customers. I still worked for the customers. You always have someone above you, no matter what in life. Someone is always above you because that's the way it works if you're going to get paid. I'm just letting you know. So, here's a date I know for a fact. May of 2007. We packed our crap and we relocated. If South Jackie Road in Edwell, Washington, 99008 is not country. By the way, you better Google that on the maps and find out where South Jackie Road, Edwell, 99008 is located. Okay, 99008. That's a Lincoln County address, but the property is physically Spokane County. Okay? So, I know where the trifecta of the county line, of the address lines is. Of 99008, 99004, and 99228, I think it is. Medical Lake. Okay? I know where the Medical Lake, Cheney, Edwall area is trifecta, and when you're bouncing back and forth between addresses. Now, I'll tell you that to tell you this. From 2007 until 2012, I completely restarted my business. Did the mowing again. I got into hedge trimming and this and that. Now save it. Okay? I chose it. It was all under the table. It's done. It's over. Statute of limitations is over. Get over it, Karen. No one cares to hear your opinion. There, I got that out of your way, out of my way, and out of your way, so you don't have to read that comment. Now, first and foremost, the 2012-2013 school year, I decided I was going to get a taste of working for someone else as an employee. That only lasted 1 year. I was already transitioning to that in the spring of 2012. Now, most people say people who receive Social Security income from disability are just a bunch of lumps on society. Save it. I'm getting there. The spring of 2013, I realized my job was going to be terminated, so I did something to save my butt. Because I knew I needed to restart my business to, continue to earn a living. I'm getting there as to how that's going along. That took a bit of a pause from the spring of 2012. I'm working on possibly being able to do so in the spring of 2021 or the fall of 2021 or the spring of 2022. Save it. Hold that thought. I'm going to come back to that. It'll bring that thought back into your mind. Now, I spent from the spring of 2013 until end of 2014, early 2015 on Social Security disability income from Social Security income. And I can tell you why so many people don't ever come off it. But if you don't hear me out, you'll never understand it. If you cut me off now and you don't watch through, you're not going to understand it. They're incentivized because it's treated exactly as an interest-free government loan that compounds super, super quickly and adds up super, super quickly. Now, whilst on that income, I was trying to figure out how to come off it without having to somehow start payments and stuff like that. And I was also in no position in life to be able to do that. I was officially disabled. I still technically am I'm still disabled. It's more of a mental disability type deal. We won't go into there. Just leave it. Do not judge me. I can pick out 100 things wrong with you just as easy as you can with me. In fact, I can do it easier and more accurate than you. Because I make my life so public, I get it. I got haters out there. And it's become apparent this problem needs to be addressed. And this is why Social Security taxation is a communist regime. Part of the commie regime. Get over it. It's a tax. Shut up. And I'm going to do something about it. Don't preach to me. I'm the choir here. So, my mom passed away in 2014. Now, keep in mind, she worked for the state for the last 4 years of her life-ish. 4-ish years of her life. Really close to getting a bump in pay and a bump in responsibility and a huge promotion. She passes away. husband still, well, her ex-husband was standing in the room with her when she died. I'm not entirely convinced that he killed her, but I'm not entirely convinced that he didn't. It's all hearsay. It's done. It's over with. Get over it, people. Whatever. I've forgiven him. And it took me years to explain this on camera without getting angry. Now, continuing on with this, Mom passes away, dealing with stresses of dealing with an estate, and I'm in an abusive situation, and not only that, my family and some people that promised they'd be there till the day I died still won't be around me. Oh well, it's their choice, whatever. They abandoned me. That's life. And it's only slander if it's a lie, and I can tell you for a fact it's the truth. My dad won't talk to me to this day for much longer than 3 or 4 paragraphs of an email. And even then, it is still the same crock of broken record repetition statement every time. And I don't hold that against him. I have standards that I have to hold in my life, and I'm not going to allow someone to come in under those standards. It's just like having some subpar person do something that you're liable for at the end of the day. Not happening. Get over it. And I could name a whole bunch of people. I really could. I could even go so far as to say the actual names of the people. However, I tell you that to tell you this. I was switched over to insurance of my mother's that I inherited. That's why I had a good lawyer. Putting it out there. Just saying. And that insurance repaid all of that in full, removing my incentivization not to work. And that was kind of an oddball situation because I was still in an abusive situation. And the whole gist of this, in 2018, I made a stupid mistake that I'm working on resolving right now. That stupid mistake at least was where God wanted me in general. He put me in the position I'm in to teach people and to be able to learn from. So I tell you that because I need you all to understand. I am now actually acquiring equipment to be able to do my own self-employed work again. I have done dry runs and test runs of various pieces of equipment. Look up on Facebook, type in @GeometricYards, and my Facebook page for that is going to pop up. When the company launches, it's going to get an official rename. It's not going to be taking away from the name. I'm going to be adding the word industries to it. And I understand the meaning of industries, and I understand the implications and blah, blah, blah. It is a sole proprietorship that I'm starting it under. And I have to get a lot of things in order and lined up. And I need customers to have all of it lined up. And I actually have a few commercial contracts lined up. And by that I mean exactly 3 that I can count right now on having a reliable check from. I explain this to you because I have licensing to obtain to drive. I have all kinds of stuff to do to put all those cards into place. Not only that, unless you've actually run your own business, known what it's like to deal with crap employees, and trying to find somebody worth half a damn, then you would understand how difficult it is to be the employer. I choose to be an employer type because I'd rather have control of the company as opposed to not be able to control my own destiny. 95% of employees are working a dead-end job, and some know it. Most don't know it. The few that know it either don't care or are just trying to get through a rough patch in life. I'll tell you that because I need you all to understand I'm not incentivized to stay monetarily where I'm at. It's the availability of work and legal operating parameters not being open yet. Notice I said yet. So before you go attacking me, saying, oh, you just don't want to work, how about this? How about you close your mouth, start your own business, and tell me how easy it is? Unless you've had a business and have had 10 years of being an employer and business owner under your belt, keep your mouth closed. I'll hear your ideas out, but understand this. I'm not a desk jock. I don't work in an office building. I work at home and in a shop, as well as out in the field. That's the setting here. And for those of you who have already followed me on Facebook on my Geometric Yards page, you know there's a 28,000 pound project in the works. I'm just waiting on the go-ahead. And yeah, that's actually, when the deal is finalized, going to be mine outright and mine alone. And I have a lot more going on too. Subcompact tractor package, a trailer, got the pickup and the tow truck and this and that, all in the works. So please take a deep breath and relax. I also have all the tools in the works too. I've got all my small equipment with only a few more pieces needed, and that is wintertime walk behind equipment. That's it. Literally. I would love to get a mini skid steer. I've got an idea as to what one I want. I'm just kind of, well, not kind of, it's kind of like being pregnant. You're either pregnant or you're not. So I'm strongly considering which specific mini skid steer to go with. However, I'm going to need to modify the skid steer. That mini skid steer that I'm looking at, I love sensitive controls. I love that all, it's pretty cool. There's just two problems with it. One, it's on tires. Tires don't do very well in these parts. I need to switch it over to rubber tracks. Problem number two is the balance points and clearances. We're in rough terrain out here. We have to maintain a lot of clearances and clearance ability. So that's when that comes into my possession, at some point in time as a business owner, I'm going to be modifying it for exactly the purposes that it's needed for. Same with the subcompact tractor. I got 3 valves that have to be plumbed in and done stuff with that are electronic third function valves. Okay, I'm kind of on the fence as to whether or not I want to put some additional valves on it. I'm on the fence about it. I don't know, because I don't know yet. I don't know those unknowns yet, but I know enough to know I need those 3 functions in the long run. And not only that, I have so much in that tractor package, it will make sense to you why my budget cap for that progress is $55,000. That is geared for every season. There's stuff I have to do. There's stuff I have to add to the package. I get it. Now, what many of you have to understand is that life is not easy. And you may want it to be easy. You may think, oh, I want it, I get it, it happens. No. You want it, you work for it, you earn it, you make it happen. Period. That's how the world works. The cow doesn't give you the milk. you have to go milk the cow. And quite frankly, now that I've explained all of this, I've decided being an employee was not for me. Constant stress, constant running around, constant trying to solve everyone else's problems. I'm not doing that crap anymore. Get over it. I'm not the employee type. I'm the employer type. It's kind of like the first vehicle you drive is the first vehicle, it's the only vehicle type you ever want to drive. Well, I can tell you for a fact the first on-highway vehicle I ever drove in my life was a pickup, and that's all I ever want to drive. Except it was an automatic, and I like sticks better. In that video I'm preparing for you all, I want you to understand this. It is an in-depth, deep truth of what the heck is going on and how emissions are destroying this country. However, you're going to have to stay tuned for that one. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, I hope you'll be kind enough to drop me a like down there. Maybe drop a comment down there and let me know what your thoughts on the entirety of the video are. And if you could hit that subscribe button down here, that would be awesome. And if you're already a subscriber or you just subscribed, there's a little notification bell down here. Make sure and tap that if you want to stay up to date and be notified. Until next time, stay tuned, take a peek at my other videos, and we'll catch you in the next one.